2020, and it's keyforge class time. Today we're going over tempo. But before we do that, I wanted to give a big shout out to Bouncing Deathquirk. You should go check out their podcast. The last two episodes that we did, Monday and Wednesday's show, were all about, or basically all the terminology, and they kind of laid the groundwork for the Cards Plus Board and Delta concepts. So go check out this podcast if you want more information. I'm gonna steal probably more of their stuff later, but today it's about tempo, and essentially I'm gonna talk about. So we're talking about this article over here from George Kegel. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Also, Team Repat member. He wrote an article about tempo. For the most, I basically agree with almost everything that's written here. It's on the Repat website. Go check it out. But I'm going to go a little deeper and talk about it in a little different way. Today actually is probably the first class that I'm going to, I don't want to say teach, but first class that I'm going to go over where this is kind of like uncharted territory. This is keyforge theoreticals. This is might be a little bit deeper than my original scope of what I was hoping to hit, but it'll be fun. Hopefully we'll explore some new concepts together, and we'll learn and see how good my theories really are. So today's all about tempo. If you're unfamiliar with the concept of tempo, it's a weird one, and most people still don't have a solid grasp of what tempo is. Hard to define term. But for me, the most important thing about tempo is, I'm looking for my chalk. Most important thing for me about tempo is about managing the clock. That when you play a tempo deck, it's all about it's all about managing the clock as efficiently as possible. And what is the clock? All right, so we're gonna start with the first primary concept thing we need to consider. Most concerned about today, well, is tempo, but we're going to talk about what a clock is. Alright, so the clock is every player in the game has X number of turns until they win, and that's your clock. It's a lot easier to calculate. So we talked about a little bit yesterday when we were talking about, or last time, I talked about yesterday when I was talking about delta, where I said if you have, and I stumbled a little bit because clock and delta are related, but not directly correlated. The math gets a little complicated. And I should have put up some more time before getting into that today. But anyways, so when we talk about, so the main example I gave last time was if you are generating 1 amber every turn, you have a clock of 18 turns until you win, right? Because we got to remember that the goal is to get to 18 amber. I'm just going to abbreviate amber as AE. That's the goal, to get to 18 amber. So if you generate 1 amber turn, it's going to take you 18 turns, and then you increase your clock by generating 2 amber a turn, causing it to only take 9 turns to win the game. So that's what a clock is, and tempo is all about playing things. A tempo play is where your cards and your actions are trying to minimize the number of turns you need to win, while increase the number of turns your opponent needs to win, without regards to things like, that's the primary goal of your action, and then the secondary goals could be things like card advantage or board advantage or things like that, of that nature. So yeah, in most contexts that I'm familiar with the term tempo, you'll generally play a card that will be a card disadvantageous for you, but it helps your clock a lot. In Magic, when you play a card that returns a creature to its opponent's hand, it's considered card disadvantage because you spent 1 card and they still didn't lose their card. It's not in the discard pile yet. So it's card disadvantage. But if you're returning that creature allows you to attack for 4 or 5 damage, you've effectively reduced your clock by several turns. And that's really the goal of a tempo deck. So how does this work? Keyforge is a significantly more tempo-based game. This is why cards like Nature's Call and Lights Out and even Fear to an extent are a lot more powerful than they are in other games. All these bounce effects are super powerful, partly because of the way card advantage works in this game, and partly because Keyforge is a tempo-based game. When you're playing 3 or 4 cards a turn, or sorry, 2 to 4 cards a turn on average, your card advantage is not necessarily as important, so you can make these more tempo-rich plays. So that's, in a nutshell, what tempo is. It's all about managing your clock. In my mind, Keyforge actually has 2 tempo spectrums that you need to care about. So in the cards, so the last 2 days we've been thinking about cards plus board. We'll just cards plus board and delta are all part of this board tempo. So you have board tempo, and we also have what I would think of as amber tempo. Oh, wow, that's really hard to read. My M did not decide to finish there. All right, so we have board. So board tempo is things that I was just talking about, right? You have your Nature's Call, you're lost in the woods, or whatever. Your creature removal, you're playing your creature, cards plus board. All that stuff was focused on the board, and being able to eventually all focused on board tempo. You want to have an easy way to figure out how board tempo, where you are in this board tempo-y kind of thing, is like look at your delta. Your delta is an expression of your board tempo, or symptomatic of your board tempo. And then the goal of your board tempo is to be able to convert that into amber tempo. Yeah, that makes more sense. I hope that's making as much sense to you as it makes sense to me in my head. And then obviously you're going to play cards like Terms of Redress or more modern... things like Tribute are... Capture cards are exclusively, in my mind, board tempo cards. Most Amber control... Miasma and Capture cards, things that stop a key but don't necessarily reduce a player's Amber count, are exclusively tempo plays in the same sense that in other games where bouncing creature is a tempo play and not a card advantage play. Eventually, your opponent will just get back the resources that you return to them at a very small cost that is almost negligible. The only thing that they really lost was time or their clock. So that's why cards. Yeah, that's why Tribute is a tempo play, or Miasma is a tempo play, or Terms of Redress is the most obvious one. But that's coded cards, so I'm gonna try it. And actually, I don't know where Miasma is, but people don't talk about it that much. So that is amber tempo. You can. So we're gonna talk about. So that's tempo. You can make tempo plays, like I said. And then there's also removal. And then that's the difference. That's what amber tempo is and board tempo. That's what I'd like to explore today. We're just going to go over these concepts and try and really try and manage our tempo as much as we can. I feel like I should be more prepared. Anyways, we're just gonna jump into the games and talk about them. Try and really think about tempo as a concept while we play today's games. Let's see. Our goal. Hey, how's it going, Ultrico? Welcome. Just in time for me to stop blabbering about a concept that makes more sense in my head than it does on paper. Because you can see it, there's not a lot of paper that I'm writing today. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna jump into some TCO. I hope they're helping out. Look, I guess I'm not logged in. So create a new game. I guess what one? I don't need to create a new game. I can join any game I want. So I think we're gonna play the Elder. Actually, I want to play Quantum. I just always play Quantum. We're gonna get used to Quantum first, and then we'll jump into some more tempo-focused decks. And let's. So, hopefully. All right. So interesting enough, this is actually probably the most tempo-oriented card I have in this deck. Is Keycharge. Do we want to keep this one? I don't like this hand too much. Not a lot's happening, especially for going second. We get to play a Big Twig and discard a Keycharge. Cool. So this is good. It's good stuff. Perfect. Yeah. So we're gonna start with Positron Bolt and just get rid of the Shadow Council. Not care about it. Hopefully build up a bigger Untamed board here, and we're doing it. I don't know what they're gonna do, but my hopes. So tempo plays. We've essentially it's just cards plus board or actually right now just Delta as I was talking about for the most part. We played one card. They no longer have a what's this? It's a Saurian plant. Their reap potential is minimized. What can I do? Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna still go. I could. That's not worth it. I was thinking I could go Coward's End here because my Archivist isn't going to die. I don't think the chains are worth it. I think I'm gonna go Brobnar and hope for the best here. Just hopefully draw even more Untamed cards. Well, I think the Hunting Witch, discard. Well, the Hunting Witch was probably fairly safe. Unfortunately, I can't play I could play Prawn Monkeys and gain the Amber, but I think in this case I'd rather just play the Prawn Monkeys before the Hunting Witch. But yeah, so far not a lot of tempo plays involved, but we're just trying to cards plus board Delta stuff right now, and our clock is 2. So this is actually a really good example of a more tempo-y. It feels like tempo. If you're using its reap ability to pull someone off check, in my mind there's like tempo and actual control. And it becomes Amber control once you truly cause them to lose the 3 Amber if they pay 9 or more for their key. So now we're gonna go with Untamed. I think we'll play the Monkeys first. Unfortunately, we'll lose our Archivist, but we do get some advantage here. So now our Delta is higher, and we also, this is a huge Amber tempo rich card. We don't have to spend a lot of effort essentially, or we just by playing the game where this advances our clock significantly. Right, so right now we can reap for 4, but by playing actually this War Drummer would be huge. If this Hunting Witch lives, we just play this War Drummer and we're going to gain 3 Amber for doing nothing. Or we can basically gain 5, and that's it. We're going to push forward 5 Amber. That's generally like 2 or 3 turns worth of effort of Amber gain. So this definitely increases our clock if it survives, which is why this is what you feel when you're like, oh, I need to murder this Hunting Witch right now. Commander Chan. If things go great, I mean, so we can talk about. So this is actually a truly tempo card, right? Keycharge. When you does this ready? No, just use the non-star lines here. But the entries play ready, right? So now they murder the witch. Okay. There goes my hopes and dreams. So you're actually losing your Amber, but the way Keyforge works, right, you have to actually generally spend a turn there's that time waiting until you get to forge a key at the beginning of your turn, so you can, right? That's why key charge wins at the end of the game. You're speeding up a whole turn. That's pulling a turn off your clock at the cost of amber. So what do we want to do here? We could reap a whole bunch of times. Actually, I like this. This Piranha Monkeys is going to kill a lot of their board, and this Big Twig can basically lock down the Stenopius forever. And when we discard this key charge, we are going to gain 3 amber for it. So I think that's the play here. We can't afford to hold this card. It's going to cost us. Hey, thank you for the host, all for one. I appreciate that. So we're going to go Untamed. We're going to discard this key charge. We're going to use this action ability to gain 3 amber. We'll reap. We'll stun and exhaust here. And then we will reap with the monkey. Kill 2 of their creatures. We'll just exhaust this Chan, because why not? And hopefully we'll be okay. I mean, we are playing into some of the bigger amber control / amber tempo cards that might exist, like Too Much to Protect. But for the first, I'm just going to try and keep everything focused on learning our deck, not caring about our opponent's deck. Just how do we play a better game, and then we'll eventually work into things like reading your opponent's deck list and playing around cards, knowing your outs, playing your outs, things like that. But yeah, today's tempo day. For anyone who's here from All for One, we're trying to understand the concepts of tempo and how they relate to keyforge. It's probably a little hard to... Oops, I grabbed the wrong window. It's probably a little hard to read on the blackboard back there. What they do, hit and run, 2 damage to crump, play. This person's playing Bad Penny. Bad Penny is an interesting card. It feels like a bad tempo play for the most part. Okay, so we just keep going with Untamed if we want to. I could play both these smashes and stun all the relevant cards. Well, forge the red key. I like that, actually. So cards plus... So by using this Piranha Monkeys to kill the Simon and all 3 of these cards, I mean, we will return Bad Penny to the hand again. But we're going to lose our smash. And we can develop a board that's a little bit more safe to targeted removal at the very least. Brobnar, Reap, and then we can play this War Drummer. So we'll smash that, and then we will smash the Chan. Just anything that can really interact with us in a meaningful way. So yeah. And I guess, yeah, stuns are definitely more like tempo type removal. I guess in the same sense that I was calling capture amber tempo, stuns and exhaust are kind of like tempo, board tempo, right? It's putting them behind a singular turn of their board use. All right, Zap. I've never thought about it that way, so you guys are here for that. So please enjoy my ramblings of more theoretical keyforge. So that's what I like about that last turn. We now have a significant board presence in 2 different houses. They're murdering the Piranha Monkeys. That makes sense. They don't want us just to be able to murder 3 of their creatures for free. Alright, so now they're actually putting down... So this CXO Tabers is an important card to have to deal with. Fingers is kind of interesting. It is amber control. Oh, I do want to be famous. Buy followers and prime viewers on followbot.net. Oh, wow. You really sold it there. Hold on. Is there a ban button? Sorry. Block. Yeah, block them. Let's also report them. Spam and malicious sounds good. Yeah, don't click on that link, anybody. I think they're sending malicious links. There's no guarantee that any link that they have there is actually what they're promising. I probably should turn on some auto mod for that. Yes. Hold on, we can do that. Sorry, I gotta take my turn. This person doesn't know I'm streaming, but yes, you want to be famous? Go to repout.com. Anyways, logos. I think no. Untamed sounds pretty good. We could Lost in the Woods and Big Twig. That deals with 3 of their creatures versus having to fight, and we still gain 1 amber plus 4. Yeah. Hey. Oh, I didn't realize you guys are the same color on my screen, and I didn't realize that Dave was here. I thought that was just more Ultra Gecko. All right, so let's actually, man. I kind of wanted to get the amber here. I don't have any more removal. That's probably fine. If I do that, what does that cause me? You should. Yesterday I made a lot of mistakes. I'm thinking of. I have ideas and plans. What do I want to get rid of here? I definitely want to get rid of the Tabers because I don't want to fight. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's get rid of this. I think that's okay. Yeah. But actually, let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it this way. So these are both board tempo positive cards, and so we're going to try and minimize that. We're going to reap, and we'll just exhaust the fingers here, and we'll end our turn. So now basically the only card on their board that's active that does anything is Bad Penny, which is not a thing I care about. And look at this. So yeah, today Quantum is treating us super well. We got to build up a nice untamed board with a Hunting Witch, or untamed hand with a Hunting Witch, and then we have this nice Logos hand with a library access. But so yeah, part of the reason for like I said, I picked the CXO Tapers and the Chan because they both reap and get to use a secondary creature. So it's kind of like 2 points for the board delta for them. And so we spent I got rid of those 2 cards, and then the Big Twig can keep their important big cards locked down while I hopefully find more answers for them. While this Amber would have been nice, I think it was more important to keep things under control, and because I didn't want to spend more removal on a card that was essentially already removed. Well, look at them go. Murder. Oh, I did get rid of 2 of my Brobnar cards. I was like, where'd all my Brobnar go? Oh, great. If I had known. That's what I get. We do have... No, I discarded Coward's End. Okay, so we just got to race for the ending here because we don't have anything to really deal with this anymore. Hopefully... Yeah. I guess we'll have 6 points of skirmish. Here we go. Let's make a big... Oh, I should probably play this first because I don't want them forging for a cheap key. I'm going to try and keep a Quixo on the flank because I want to now use this Gengar Chieftain to fight with one of them next turn if it survives. I think... Actually, I don't know if they're likely... They're going to forge here. I'm thinking about if they want to murder one of my Quixos, would they pick this one and put the Titan Mechanic on the flank? And if that's the case, right, because I feel like, I don't know what they're going to go after. They actually might go after one of these cards, so if they decide to fight. So maybe I'm thinking too hard on this. But that's my turn. Would have been nice to draw into this Wild Wormhole. That's 2 extra cards for the library access turn, but... so we drew 1 extra card, unfortunately. Not the greatest library access turn, but it might look scary for our opponent. I wish they had anything in their archives too, but that would have been sweet. But we're still doing really good on cards plus board. They do have they have essentially 4 creatures that they can use every turn right now, versus our 5 on our best. So hopefully we can use this to pull out a win. We do have a second key that's just not being displayed for anyone who's new. But yeah, repout.com. I pushed George's tempo article because that's the theme of today is tempo. So while this deck doesn't have too much fancy tempo plays in it, Lost in the Woods kind of count, but I think those are, I guess, think of tempo to removal. Like, there are things that return things to hand, there are things that actually remove cards. Or you can capture Amber for a turn or two, or you can actually remove Amber for turns. And then, so things exist on a tempo to removal spectrum in my mind. So Salt, what's that one actually do? Until the start of your next turn, creatures cannot be used to reap. Well, there you go. It looks like it's fighting time. It's great. They did what I thought they were going to do. They wanted to put the Titan mechanic on the flank. This one exalt. They are exalting. All right, well, I guess it's Lost in the Woods time. Oh, that's cool. So this guy right here, he doesn't reap, he actions. So I'm definitely gonna probably go with Untamed, and I will exalt, or I will discard this Mushroom Man to discard this Mushroom Man to action the Giant Sloth, and then I will Lost in the Woods these things with 1,000,000 Amber on them, and I'll be a happy, happy person. Alright. I could... Wow. Yeah. So... Trying to think how can I do this most efficiently by returning this Pompatus here. This Centurion will die, and so I'll gain 4 Amber by removing this one card. This one will also be removed. No, it won't, because it has its own buff by +3, so it's 9 power. So I need to remove these 2 cards with the Lost in the Woods here. So we're going to go with Untamed. We're going to discard this Mushroom Man. So Amber Tempo plays. We're sacrificing board tempo to gain Amber Tempo, which is a lot of what I think how Keyforge comes down. You build up board presence so you can create Amber advantage. Action this guy. For funsies, we get to fight because they're stunned creatures, but everything that's stunned has elusive. But I don't know, it's fun to use Big Twig to fight sometimes. Play this action. We will return our 2 good play effect creatures in exchange for their 2 creatures that are doing stuff for them. And there we go. We did it. That's today. This is the unpublished Quantum, and yeah, we'll give it one more game of unpublished Quantumness, and then we'll jump into probably Elder Fallout, the Gentle Fortune Teller, which is a lot more capture focused. All right, let's join this one. But hopefully, by playing the same deck over and over again, we can, in the future, we can, when I want to go into things like learning your outs and trying to understand what makes it, learning the strengths and weaknesses of your deck. Everyone that's been following along can also kind of, don't have to just take my word for what I think the strengths and weaknesses of the unpublished Quantum are and what we need to worry about in our opponent's deck list. Because we're now, hopefully next week or maybe the week after, we'll be a lot more comfortable with the unpublished Quantum. And, yeah. And so we can, like I said, you don't have to take my word for things. You can join me in the critical thinking exercise of I'm trying to guess on what the important cards are. I'm going to try and refresh here. The deck list didn't load up. Oh, well. I think they're here. So the TCO... The Crucible Online, if both players aren't connected, or if one player is disconnected and you refresh, you'll lose the game. But I guess we don't care about their deck list. We're going second. We have 6 cards in our hand. We have 3 Logos cards. 1 of them's removal. So I think this is pretty good. If they play anything like the last opponent who played a turn 1 Shadow Council, we'll have good answers for it. Tata Vapors. That's fine. Maybe we just go Brobnar, because these are some pretty significant. These are actually really good play effects, and hopefully I mean, they're not going to improve anytime, but we might draw into, say, library access. Or just more good Brobnar cards on our next turn. So hopefully... No, we didn't get anything good, but... Oh, we did get a Quixo. I just want this Positron Bolt to gain more value. And so we built up a little bit here. So yeah, cards plus board. I decided to ignore it because I think these are more valuable creatures to have that on the board because they A, fight effect, and B, fight effect. So if we need to fight, we can. They did archive a card, so now this Desania did gain some value. Hopefully they Telltale Vapors again, or Eddie. Eddie would be great. They get to they'll archive a second card, and their Positron Bolt will murder it. There we go. Please play an Eddie. Sorry, Telltale Vapors says draw 2 cards and then archive a card. Wormhole Tech. Titan Guardian. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go Logos. We're gonna Positron Bolt here. And we'll make them sad, play Desania. They lost a Dusk Runner. And we'll play Escatera. Oh, I messed this up. So we know that we have a... what do we want to fight with more? Left. So we know we have a Gengar Chieftain in our deck. And one of the things about once you get more comfortable with the deck, right, you need to be more considerate of small advantages you can build up. So I definitely would rather have the Headhunter and Quixo on the flank for in case I draw Gengar Chieftain here. So I definitely should have played this Escatera before I played the Quixo, so both the Quixo and the Headhunter would be on the flanks. But, I mean, it's not that big a deal. But who knows when it will matter. So it's important to keep that in mind. What do we want to do here? We can keep deploying to the board. And Reap, we can probably build up for this Key Charge. I'm not sure how relevant that is. But we do get to Reap twice. Our creature is mostly mostly creatures. So this Fidget is just mostly just going to do nothing. I don't think I have to worry about it. If we Reap twice and go to 3, this Key Charge still doesn't do anything, but we might hopefully find... We're not likely to find... We can find a Hunting Witch, but we're not going to be able to set this Key Charge no matter what. So we have to Reap 3 times here if we wanted to do that. Or... Yeah. I'm going to fight. Fight! We get Troll. Alright, keeping in mind what I talked about before, I'm going to put another Quixo on the flank. Alright, so here's some more board advantage. Next turn we have 6 points of skirmish, and we'll have 9 soon. And we'll get to draw 3 cards every turn. They actually have to start answering this board. They might fight with their Guardian now into a Quixo. Wow, okay. There's Saurians. Odak, sure, man. Flophosaurus. Hopefully it's not like the opponent last time. Okay, cool. Last time we saw Flophosaurus, the opponent had like a Golden Spiral plus an Orator, and they used their Flophosaurus 2 times the first turn they played it. Alright, we're going to go more Logos. Now we get to do fun things. We get to archive this Key Charge. Because who doesn't like having a Key Charge ready? And we'll just fight and fight this off the board. We do have a Coward's End in our deck. This Wild Wormhole is a 1 in 20 chance of hitting that. Also, it could hit Library Access or Hunting Witch. That is a concern to have. Maybe I can hold on to it because we have so much draw right now. I'm thinking... That's what I'm thinking about. We can have better information next turn about what we're going to hit. And if we play it early, we could get lucky and hit the Hunting Witch. End turn. Maybe I could, maybe I should have discarded it, but... What was I saying? So 1 in 3, or 3 of 20 is pretty, not It's not odds I want to lose. We have such a commanding board lead right now that I don't think I want to take the chance of hitting a Coward's End here for 1 amber. It's very likely. Well, like if I play, like also War Drum would probably be pretty bad. I don't want like as much as returning our Brobnar creatures is not that significant. It's still in case they deal with the Logos board. Titan Guardian fights, reaps. So yeah, so we have a lot of obviously our delta is super huge right now. They're at 2 in all houses to our 1, 2, 3, 6, and they decide to go after our Brobnar for some reason. Cutthroat Research. Oh man, if they had, yeah, they must have a big Logos hand. I mean, I guess because next turn I'm very likely to go up to 8, considering my board. I killed 1 Quixo. They got rid of both their Guardians. There's an Eddy. 2 Eddies. Jeez. I'm thinking about we could key charge if we wanted to. I don't think we need to. Part of me wants to right now Lost in the Woods, Dust Pixie, play the Untamed stuff, and then put both these Eddies back and put back the Dysania. So eventually we'll have our Dysania for an even bigger archive turn, but maybe that's just that might be a little too much magical Christmas land. I could get 2 fights off and kill the Eddies and draw some cards. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just continue building up our archives. Actually, cancel. We're going to draw cards first. Fight an Eddy. Fight an Eddy. So we got a Titan Mechanic. Cool. That's great. And then... So we didn't help at all. We, no Coward's End, no Hunting Witch, no War Drummer. So we're going to just continue holding on to this Wild Wormhole. And we'll build up this Dust Pixie because it goes well with the Key Charge. And we will continue to reap. No, let's just go ahead and discard this. We will get to draw a card. So now we have, we get to reap for, or so now we forge for 5. They have to answer this or we get basically 1 free amber. Exploiter, yeah. So this is definitely a strange choice. We don't even care about our... How many Eddies are in this deck? We don't care about our Brobnar board that much. They're attacking our Amber control, but they really need to be answering our Amber generation right now. And they think... And they do have Eddy. That's kind of an answer here. We're going to forge for 3. We're still going to forge, which is a little unfortunate at this point. We're spending 3 Amber that we didn't have to. So this is a good Amber control play by them. So we're just going to keep going with Logos. No thank you. We will fight this Eddy off the board. Reap. Reap. I guess these are all elusive. I will fight this Odak, and next turn I will get it. Reap. I guess Lost in the Woods can hang out. I'm sure I want to end my turn. Am I missing something? Oh, Titan Mechanic. Sorry. Reap. If I could get to 1 more Amber. Maybe I should have reaped with 1 more of these guys. Like instead of fighting this Odak here, I could have reaped 1 more time and gone to 5 and gone to check for key 2. Alright, Tricerian Legionnaire. So yeah. We definitely have this board advantage. This board tempo essentially we've built up, or our delta is huge, and it's easy for us to convert that into Amber. That's the plan of this deck. For the most part, it is like a 22 creature deck. Orator Hissaro, cool. Putting Amber on some creatures. But oh wow, they got to play a random card out of my archives. I forgot that did that. Well, they hit the key charge, which cost them an Amber, which is funny. I should have thought about that. It does make me want to go into Untamed, actually, to get rid of the fidget, so that doesn't happen again. But we're gonna go Logos. I'm just gonna kill it. I'm just gonna fight. No, thank you. We are going to fight the mechanic into fidget. I really do want to protect my my archives. So now there we go. Reap. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep shoving Untamed stuff into my hand. Let's see. Do I care about any of these cards? I'm thinking, do I want to like trade these creatures at this point for, say, the Centurion? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna Reap and force them to have answers. We're gonna have a huge Brobnar board probably this next turn, and then we'll just flood the board with Untamed stuff and try and push for. How much Amber do we gain on our next turn? If we go Untamed, Hunting Witch gives us 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. We'll gain a whole key's worth of Amber. So that fidget, I should have realized what the fidget did and taken care of that earlier. I forgot that it could hit archives. And that was a good hit for them, because we would just win on our... Will we just win on our next turn? No, but... Oh yeah, with the Titan mechanic, we would just win on our next turn. Although, Reader... We're gonna... Yeah, they're gonna make us forge for 9. Or they're gonna capture one here? Okay, they capture one. They killed another Quixo. That's fine. And now they're gonna make a play to try and forge for 5. This Lost in the Woods will get us a whole bunch of Amber. So they only went to 4. Shrix. So they're in check, but I think I'm gonna go Brobnar here. I do like Bump. I get to play Bumpsy twice. I get to play Smash 4 times. So I'm definitely gonna do that. So first things first, no. We're going to fight the Shrix, gain 2 Amber essentially. Play this creature, doesn't matter, to the right. We'll stun here. Play this creature to the right. We will stun. Oh, we still didn't draw the Gengar Chieftain. Stun here. Play this creature to the right. Play this creature to the left. Get everything back. Now play everything to the left again. And then we will just stun their whole board. Stun the Legionnaire. We're just gonna protect our creatures and there we go. And that's what the Elder does. Or sorry, that's not Elder. This is the Unpublished one. Ooh, Spartosaur. Jeez. Okay. Well, that sucks. That was a good draw for them, but I mean, they were pretty far in their deck. What is the Chant of Hubris? They moved some Amber around? Okay, that's fine. We're going to go with Untamed. We're going to take all the cards into our hand. Play this creature. Play this creature on the right. Play this creature on the right. We have 2 Lost in the Woods. That's pretty cool. Play this creature on the right. And we'll play this creature on the right. Okay. We'll play some Lost in the Woods. We will return these 2 cards to our deck. They will get back Spartosaur and the Redder. And we'll play another one of these. This time I'm actually going to return the Hunting Witch and the Big Twig, because I want to play this Piranha Monkeys. I don't want to kill my Hunting Witch. Yeah, that's fine. And we will return this Legionnaire just to kind of pop the ward. And then play this Piranha Monkeys. Deal some damage. And there we go. Sorry, I might feel like I'm having too much fun. I get distracted when I'm ahead and I don't talk. This deck is called the Unpublished Quantum. Copy link. It's a fun deck. And it has a good TCO record. But I'm scared to bring it anywhere outside of like local stuff. What do they do? I didn't pay enough attention. Why don't I have 14 Amber? Too much to protect. Okay, that'll do it. Yep. Cool. What do I want to do? I can go Brobnar here. Coward's End doesn't do a whole lot for me, so I think I'm just going to discard that. I'm going to play this Fire Spitter on the right. I'm going to play the Gengar Chieftain on the right. We're going to fight into this Hugger Mugger because we want that Amber. And then we'll anger it. And I messed up. What do we fight now? It doesn't matter too much. I guess if I fight here, doesn't do a whole lot. I do survive. They do die. I guess that's worth it. Get rid of the taunt in case I need to fight some more. This, well, we're back in check. Now we got our Hunting Witch back and our Dust Pixie. They forge and then they forge. Ugh. Great. Just great. I thought we had this game. I missed my key charge. And they pulled us off check, and we can't do anything because I gained too much Amber. I got greedy. That's why I lose in sealed games. Alright, well, lessons learned. Don't go to 14 Amber if you don't have to. Especially when you're ahead. I just gave them so much, and this deck can't deal with a big TMTP play. Where is... Oh, there it is. Yuck. Alright, well. In Gallum. Cool. Gollum. It was fun while it lasted. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the game. Yep. That's it. GG. I'll just concede. I can't stop 11 Amber. I don't have my own too much to protect. Or even burn the stockpile. Don't get to play Gengar Chieftain, Bumsy kind of stuff. That's the only thing this deck can do. Alright. Well, that was fun. Hello, hey Techno Taco, how's it going? Burnside playing. Alright, let's play a different deck. We're gonna go to Elder now. Why do I have duplicates in here? Okay. Good morning, Zod. How's it going? And yeah, look, the only reason I'm even able to get up this early is because I forced myself to set a schedule for 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's something fun to do in the morning. I normally don't get out of bed till 10, my time, so another hour. So this hand, I need to mulligan. I think I need to mulligan this hand because this is such an important card, and I don't want to see it this early. Well, I do like the rest of these cards. I could take a chance. No, I shouldn't take a chance. Take a chance and play it out early and then try and cycle back through my deck. You're going to have to trust me on this one about the importance of some of my cards. So we're going to discard this Phosphorus Stars. It doesn't do us any good. It will just give us chains. And we'll begin our tempo plays, our Amber tempo. We have Fortuneless Dominator is pretty big. It's going to protect our small things that kind of do work for us. I think I'm just going to have to discard this Soul Snatcher. I don't know. I'm not going to look at their deck list, and I don't think we're going to get so far ahead on board that we want a Soul Snatcher out. Double Finger Snap, Finger Trap is going to really wreck my plan for taunts. Stealing. I don't think there's actually a lot of stealing in this deck. Lots of key increase costs and lots of capture. So we're gonna go dis. Left, discard, play Bauble, end our turn. So yeah, this is a more controlling deck. So the goal is just kind of set up a nice big board and take advantage of artifacts and stuff and play a slow game. Increase their key cost, like you saw the doorstep. So the real plan of this deck is to doorstep them. Doorstep to Heaven for a huge amount thanks to our key increase cards like Jammer Pack and the 2 Grabber Jammers. And then we can also do fun, build up a bunch of Amber, captured Amber through Honorable Claim and Pandemonium. Both of them are in our hand. Wow, this is a Spirit's Way. 3 or higher. We might have to just Spirit's Way this stuff. But yeah, so they have a significant delta here that I need to start dealing with because this is just worth way too much. Cards plus board and stuff. So I think I'm going to have to get sneaky here. Unfortunately, I'm going to sacrifice this Dominator. We're going to go Sanctum. We're going to get sneaky and we're going to upgrade this Helmsman Spear so it can get hit by this Spirit's Way. I'll play this Honorable Claim, and that's our turn. So yeah, you can't let a Helms and Spirits live. You can't let a Kirby live, and then secondary set on a tier below, but still pretty much don't really want to live. Commander Chan, their board had to not exist anymore. Fortunately, we don't steal in this deck. This is a shadowless Coda deck. So we're gonna with Mars. So we're gonna go more Mars. Play a Grabber Jammer. Invasion Portal is huge. Just more card advantage. Keep building up the board. Just build up a big board. Create a big delta and take advantage of that. Yeah. So we are trying to catch up. We did some good work with that last play. Building up, we're now at parity. They're a little bit ahead of us, but they haven't been getting too much Amber either, so if we can make some good tempo plays, we should be able to do good work. Unfortunately, these kind of nombo with each other, Jumble and Pandemonium. But I'm wondering, 7? We can make them lose 2. We can go Drumble. I need to get rid of this Rustnar. Or I need to get rid of the Rust. No, I don't need to get rid of it. If I just go into Sanctum, I can protect the Bolter here. And this Doorstep will do okay. It's not quite what I want, but I do get to play 3 cards, and that's important. So we're going to Sanctum, Doorstep, pull him back down to 5. And then we'll just continue building this board. I know we're not improving our delta at all, but we need to buy time. We are trying to set up some good stuff here. We now have this Bolter that's protected and this Grey Monk that's protected in Taunt. This Rustnar can no longer have access to our artifacts. Although they could finger trap and move things around to gain access to these 3 power creatures, and the Rustnar will then be able to get them, but that's going to take 2 turns. Thorium Plasmate. Okay. See, that looks like what they're going for. But they've fallen for our trap. And now we can play this. It's not really a trap that I was planning on setting up, but we do have some tools here where we can play this Marauder here on the taunt. The open taunt slot. Oh, interesting. They're using the Molfin. I thought for sure they'd go Rustnar to try and destroy the portal. Because Rustnar, when it fights, you get to destroy an artifact. But I guess they're just trying to rush ahead. I can't blame them for that. It's a solid plan. So they're at 9. We're going to capture 2, they'll go down to 7, and then we'll capture a 3rd one here. Wow, 11. Jeez, I missed my doorstep. Maybe we just go this here and try and buy some more time. And then deploying this Tentacus will give us, will minimize the effectiveness of these cards. Okay, so we're gonna go dis. If we capture 4 first with the Pandemonium, 4 minus 11, Andrew, you can do math, is 7. So we'll be okay. So I'm gonna Pandemonium for, actually it's my 3. Cancel. Math, 4 minus 11 is indeed not 6. It's still 7. Okay, so cancel. So we're gonna play this Tentacus first to the left. And then we can Pandemonium here. And then play this Drumble on the right. And we've bought ourselves a lot of time here. They can still fight this Rustnar here if they want to, and get rid of our artifacts. They don't seem too interested in that. And so yeah, this is what the Unpolished want to do. We need to cycle our deck faster. This Invasion Portal is going to do a lot of work towards getting us back to a doorstep as quickly as possible. So if I can find a time to do that, I should. So they archived 2 untamed creatures, the Molfin and I forget what the second one, a Deepwood Druid. So we gotta keep that in mind. We now have positive board tempo, although we're spread out, lots of duplication. Technically we have extra ones because of the bobble here, and although these effects are really good, the capture one and the hopefully destroy a creature, Candle Unit. Okay. Well, fortunately we also have a 5/1 with 1 armor. We can fight it off the board with our, if we go Sanctum here, guess they don't want that to happen. If we take 5 points of damage, we'll only take 4. We can still fight here on our next turn. We could also go fight, but I think I want to go Sanctum, mostly because this Grey Monk can start healing this up. That's what I'm thinking about, and we're at 2/2/2. We could always just go but we can't reap, so we don't really want to. I guess we could. We could go control to weak them into Logos, and then after fighting off their whole board. Doesn't sound bad, but doesn't sound like a bad idea. But that's a lot of fighting that I don't really want to do. We're not gaining amber. Right, so we're going to go up to 4. We could fight here. But then it's going to die. Or we could fight here. Fight here. Play Toxin. We go to 5, we don't get any amber back. If we go into Sanctum, it does give us a turn, basically a free turn. Yeah. I do like free turns. Maybe we can set. Hopefully, we can get something better. That's what I'm hoping for. We can get a better control the weak turn in the future by going Sanctum. I'm gonna fight here. Now we get to reap and heal. Then we can play this creature on the right. We can use Commander Remiel here to reap. And then I think I want to Bolter. Reap with Bolter to put some damage on this Rustnar so it doesn't get any fight effects. And here we go. We're at 7. We have our board that we like a lot. We're doing it. Unnatural selection. Great. Just great. Hopefully they leave my Mars creatures alone, honestly. They'll kill our Drumble, for sure. We didn't get back to the doorstep. So what are we gonna keep? We're gonna keep Tentacus, maybe? I don't think they care about that. We're gonna get this one. We're also gonna get... I'm not sure. Grey Monk Bolter? This seemed like the least... And it's 1 card from every house. But yeah. So... what are we trying to do now? So if that's the case, this is only going to capture 1. Oh, they left us the Drumble? That's interesting. Maybe they have another plan for it. Nature's Call. Okay. Return Drumble to our hand. Hopefully they leave the Bolter alone, but I don't think they will. But they left... I am so confused on what their plan is. Oh, they're on a team, they're going to fight, and they're going to destroy one of our artifacts. Right. Okay. They really wanted to destroy one of our artifacts. Invasion Portal. Alright. Not bad. Well, they're going to 6. Alright, well, pretty sure we're going to go Sanctum. We're going to put some armor on this guy. We're going to gain a whole bunch of amber here. And we're going to have some beefy creatures. Sanctum. Play this Glorious Few. And that will be our turn. We'll see if we can catch up. We do have Grabber Jammer number 2, and that's about it for amber control. So it's going to be tight. We need to really race at this point. Unfortunately, so we just need to play cards. Maybe, yeah, we need to build up a better disc hand. So unfortunately, our disc hand is not going to get too much better. The second control week isn't going to do too much work for us. Maybe I should have taken that control week turn earlier. They're in Logos. They're going to move the Bulwark, I guess. So, for what reason? I don't know. If they moved the Bulwark first and then Thorium, no. Or Twin Bolted, then they would have been okay. Then they could have killed the Drumble here. I think they're realizing that now. Oh, this is tight. Alright, so I like my bolter more than I like any of my other creatures. So we're going to put it next to the thing. And what are we going to do? We're going to play this upgrade on Bulwark. I think we can put on. Actually, let's put on the bolter. Bolter's just going to. Oh, I don't like putting bolter a lot. Ray gun on bolter is a little hard to use on TCO because it's a little hard to tell which effect is going to hit them, and it's kinda, sometimes it's relevant to try and purge a creature. All right, here's our 2 control weeks. I don't imagine they're going to let this jumble live for too many more turns at this point. Always does gun first? Okay. Thank you. I thought... For some reason I thought you had a choice sometimes. Okay. Yeah, you should definitely get the choice. I also haven't played this deck online in a long time. Look at them go. So what do we got going on? Okay, so they really want to protect their creatures here, but this bolter will just jump over whatever defense they have set up right now. So they likely have a plan for it. Wow, look at all these upgrades they've got. Really, Daughter has so much defense. It's got elusive, it's got hazardous 3, it's got double elusive. What do we want to do here? Guess we can push him into logos. Yeah, we're gonna go dis. What do I want to do? First, I guess I definitely think I want to Gongoozle the Daughter. I didn't want to Gongoozle the Daughter. Actually, no. Bolter will still kill things. Okay. I almost wish I had my a fair game. I like using it to peek at their hand for control the weaks. So I think I'm just gonna push him into logos because I don't want them using their board right now. Reap. Alright. Dominator Bauble to use Bolter. And Bolter will kill their last logos card. Bolter first, I guess. Boop. Yeah. There you go. So it did the Bolter trigger first instead of the ray gun trigger. And hopefully we can actually just do that same turn all over again. Draw deck. Cool. So this fair game will actually only give them 1, if any. Sometimes with this deck, as much as I like playing this deck, I think I just get more wins off of getting lucky. I'm mostly here because of that good glorious few that we got. I like to feel like I'm in control, but this deck sometimes just putzes around a bit. Alright, so they move the Bulwark. Not a big fan of the Bulwark. Understandable. Yeah, if they had a way to get to this Drumble, this game would have been over. So we're going to go dis. We're going to put them back into logos. And then we're going to reap. Reap. Actually, I should have used Remiel to reap, so I can use my Bolter to reap. Bolter first, 2 damage, then 3 damage. And then play fair game, because why not? Watch me get burned by nothing. They don't have TMTP. And I'll end my turn. I gained a boatload of amber there, I think. Fair game to discard Nature's Call. Nice. They had the Fittest, Chan's Blaster, King Can, Chan. Alright. GG. And that's Elder Fallout. Thank you. This is indeed one of my favorite decks to play. Mostly I picked it up, like I said, I bought this one in an attempt to try and counter the Coda. This was my attempt at a big board deck to fight against Coda Shadows Rush Steel that wasn't Shadows itself. It worked okay for that purpose, but unfortunately I don't think it's very good. It's basically playing like the Saurians now, because like it's so reliant on capture that I think I'm just going to walk into Nature's Calls, and as we saw, the captured amber is a lot less reliable because everyone's prepared to play against Exalt. I think I mulliganed this hand. Again, this doorstep, I need to get it set up. I don't have anything to set it up, and while these are cards I'm happy to have a Tunk on the board, it's not, I don't think it's significant enough. I guess doorstep is still here. And Soul Snatcher came. Okay, so what are we doing? We're gonna just go Sanctum. Be sad, honestly. Play doorstep. Maybe I should hold on to it, but I need to. Maybe I might be able to cycle fast enough. They are playing low ghosts. Okay, so we're just gonna keep. We drew a lot of Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 5, 6 Sanctum cards in the beginning of the game. Yeah, we can safely ignore this Eddy with this deck at least, because we're not planning on forging anytime soon. They might start setting up some good stuff, but we need to build up our board. And that is the game plan, so yeah. I think, yeah, I'm going to play this creature. I'm going to play Commander Remiel, and then I'm going to give it shoulder armor. And then I'm going to play Bulwark to the left. While that, I just want to protect the Remiel as much as possible. So we have a whole bunch of armor. No. We will reap. We'll find a way to deal with the Eddy later. We have Gunguzel. There's a Fear in the deck. We have a couple good outs here. If we can get the Bolter online or the Zookeeper, we can do some work. So yeah, we got this board setting up. So we actually have a lot. If we want to maximize Remiel, we need to play other creatures. Unfortunately, this Jumble is not going to do any work for us this game. Yeah. So yeah, this deck is a big tempo. In my mind, it's kind of control tempo versus like aggro tempo or rush tempo. We just need to wait. Alright, this is a control deck versus a tempo deck. We have a lot of tempo plays that we try to convert into a control play via the doorstep. If we don't get there, then we need to switch into tempo mode and just use our capture to buy turns. Okay, so now we really need to start getting some answers to their board. Into fought. There. They also agree that we need to get answers to their board. What can we do? We can reap for 3. Don't really want to do that. I'm going to go Dis. We're going to play the Toxin to the left. We're going to discard the Soul Snatcher. Actually, maybe... I'm tempted... Maybe we play the Soul Snatcher here, because they are already put a lot of our creatures at risk. No, I'm still going to discard it. Play the Drumble to the left. Control the weak onto Shadows. I mean, they can steal 1 from me, I think is fine. I'm not about to forge a key here, so it's okay. They just played their Shadow's turn. They even didn't do a whole lot with it. And if they really want to trade Chain Gang, they can't even trade Chain Gang for my Anaphil here, so that's fine. They can steal one. But I have this active Toxin now if I need it. I can go back into Sanctum and reap and then use Toxin. Bren the Fanatic, great. I could Pandemonium here. If they play one more creature, or even if they don't. I could play Pandemonium here, have them capture all my Amber, and then kill the Bren. It's a play to consider. Hit and run. That deals 2 damage to a creature. They killed the Drumble, that's fine. I really want it for its play effect anyway, so if it's in my discard pile I can get back to it. They don't have a way on board to kill the Bren, so maybe I can safely ignore it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go Sanctum. I think this is okay. I think this Remiel is offering so much value right now that I can't pass it up. What else do I want to do? I think I'm just going to reap a whole bunch and hope for the best. This Chain Gang is okay. It's not going to do it. They're not going to call Shadows again unless they have a way to kill. If they kill Bren here, then that we still get. If they can kill Bren in Shadows, we don't get to forge. But if they can kill Bren otherwise, then we'll be a little sad. If they fail to kill Bren and we forge for 9, then I'll definitely go try the Pandemonium play. No, I don't want to do that. I don't have good ways to kill the Bren myself. So next turn is Mars' turn. It's got to set up this board. Buy more outs, buy more value. Alright, they fought the Guardian. Or they traded Guardian for Champion. Guardian number 2. Eddie, okay. So we forge for 8 now. Grammar Bot. Forge the red key. Mars. Play Dominator. Play Grabber Jammer. Put Ray Gun on Grabber Jammer. Play Bolter. End our turn. So now we have a bunch of oh, we don't. Oh, Ray Gun. Okay. I was like, wait, Bolter. Bolter, Ray Gun. So we can start picking off some of these cards through the taunt, and they kind of ignore the taunt safely now. This is looking better. Now we get to do that display, and hopefully this Pandemonium is going to be good for us. Bad for them. We could fight the Toxin into the Bren and just kill it and not have to worry. We're back in Shadows. Ooh, Chain Gang number 2. That's not good for us. I guess if we don't have Amber, they can't steal it, so we can buy ourselves a little bit of time by going Pandemonium, doing the display. I should be focusing on tempo. I forget. Tempo is a hard concept for me to keep track of. Or, I don't know, a nice thing about it, but it's a good thing to think about. Alright, so Bren fought for some reason. Trying to reduce our delta. We're at 2 and 2. Or sorry, 3 and 2. They're at 1, 2, 3, 3 and 3. Ooh, Chain Gang. Cool. or Subtle Chain, got rid of Spirit's Way, which I don't care too much about. Awesome. Now this Bren doesn't do anything. I don't even need to go into this to make it not do anything. Although I do like Pandemonium just to buy more time. Jeez, they are destroying my hand here. Okay, so yeah, we have to. I'm gonna go this here just so I can Pandemonium. Cancel. Yeah, we want to play this action. Bren's gonna capture one. Perfect. Fight the Bren. I forget. Okay, cool. Play this artifact. Oh, I guess I could have fought it first. Whatever. We'll end our turn. Yeah. Whew. Okay, so what do we get to do now? Our dis is looking a little better. We can control the weak plus Dominator Bobble, Remiel, Toxin, and probably Ray Gun here. And start popping these chain gangs. We can always Phosphorus Stars if we really need to. Things get even more out of hand. If they find a way to deal with the Toxin, that might be the play. Seismo Entangler is interesting. It will definitely, they Seismo Entangler on Sanctum, so we can't use Remiel. That's not a bad choice. Eddie Reaps. Eddie Grammarbot Reaps. Titan Guardian Reaps. That's fine. Or Titan Guardian can fight. It's basically the same thing as Reaping in their mind. If they kill this. If they kill the Toxin. They enrage the Toxin. That makes sense. Titan Guardian. Fight Bulwark. Okay. That's fine. Wild Wormhole to play so... Oh, it has Alpha, so they can't play So Salt. So it hangs out on top of their deck. Alright, so... What do I do here? Mars seems okay. I think I want to... This seems mediocre. I would have to fight. I don't have to fight, but... This means I can use Remiel to use Grabber Jammer to pop the Grammar Bot, and then I can trade for the Chain Gang. Give them one, they go back up to 8. I'll capture 1, they'll be down at 7, so they still forge if I do that. Generic Mars then sounds like a good choice. So we can reap here. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Shoot. Alright. I'm bad at this game. Alright, so we're definitely going to go with the Phosphorus Stars this turn. We're going to... Unfortunate, but... Because I'm a dummy, and I forgot to play my Mars creatures first before using Ray Gun. So, how do I deal with this? Next turn, I can Reap here to blow up Eddie. Reap here to kill Chain Gang. I think that's about it. And then fight if I have to. I need to get back to... I don't need to get back to anything yet, but it would be nice to get back to my Amber control cards. 1, 2, and 3, 4. These guys right here. Tempted. I might be able to just play this game out. We're ahead by a little bit. We still have a second Grabber Jammer and this Jammer pack here that we can draw into. Alright. Creatures cannot reap on their next turn. Alright, that's fine by me. Order. Oh, okay, they get the action. I get to remove stuns if they want to. Okay. That's a place to put them. What am I thinking about? I'm trying to figure out They discarded Gargantodon. Okay. So they clearly... I think they want to enrage someone on their next turn. I think they even want to go Logos. I could dis and control the weak them right now. Mind Barb, control the weak, put them back into Saurian, because that seemed like a pretty lackluster Saurian turn. Maybe that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Mind Barb. Nice hit, Nettie. Put them back into Saurian. Use Dominator Bobble, and I think I want to... I can't reap, so they get to Forge here because I can't stop it. There's nowhere I can fight with this guy and cause them to capture. I guess that's okay. It's only key 1. Only the first key. So we're going to fight the Grammar Bot here. And remove our stun. And they're back in Saurian. Hopefully that will buy us the little turns we need. We didn't get good... We didn't draw very well here. We really needed more Mars stuff to augment this. We do get Inspiration. So we could unstun, Inspire if we want to. Broxodon, that's fine. It's probably going to actually start fighting our creatures. We'll probably just purge it with Hard They Come, depending on what they do here. Wow, look at that. They had two whole Saurian cards. And then they did kill our Remiel, which is unfortunate. Oh, they're going again. They're gonna murder the Grabber Jammer, probably? 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, they can definitely get rid of the Grabber Jammer here. Sounds like a good idea. Or they could get rid of the Dominator. Alright, they got rid of the Grabber Jammer. Sounds right. Okay, we're gonna go Sanctum. Trying to think, do I want to, say, trade one of my smaller guys for one of their guys? Only saying that so I can get a bigger Glorious View. Actually, doesn't really help. So we're just gonna start with Glorious View. And then we're gonna purge. I think I actually want to purge the Titan Guardian here so I can fight the Eddie. Yeah. Actually, I don't have to. Or yes, I do. purge that, play the Gray Monk to the right, or whatever. It gives the Bolter some armor. So now we can inspire the Bolter to fight the Eddy to kill the Chain Gang. And we get to clear the stun. We'll check at 7. And we still have... we finally drawn into more of our Mars cards that we needed. We're almost ready to cycle back into the deck. We're in check. Things are coming up Millhouse. Alright, they're back in Saurian again. They picked up all their archives because Eddy's gone. They don't need to hold on to it anymore. Who knows what dastardly things they might have. They might have Tribute 6 Semper or something like that. Although, I guess with what they do. Oh, Broxton fights Grey Monk. Okay. Sure thing. Tribute. Okay. Exile? Oh, Exalt. Sorry. I misread. I have no idea what their plan is. Chant? Exile it? Is that their game plan? Okay, exile. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, so now we need to get back to doorstep ASAP. Wait, what? Oh, did I feel like this is the same deck that beat us last time? This is unfair. That's not unfair. Oh, this hurts so bad. Alright, we're gonna go Mars. Well, at least we get to increase their key cost by 3. I'm not sure how much we can help here. Alright, so Honorable Claim isn't going to do a whole lot. We don't have a lot of outs right now. We need doorstep right now. We could Invasion Portal. If we Invasion Portal and hit... Grabber Jammer doesn't do it. Wow, how do they... 13. I thought they started their turn at... they started their turn at 11. Okay. Oh my god. We have Bolter... Not Bolter. Marauder, which captures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which pull him down to 10. Keys increased by 3. That's not enough. We can, if we hit Grabber Jammer number 16 Amber. Jeez, this tribute stuff is nonsense. Yeah. That's unfortunate. We lost this game. We get to go Mars, because why not? Start with the Invasion Portal. We got a Grabber Jammer. We discarded our doorstep, because of course we would, right? Yeah. Good job, opponent. Yeah. That tribute exile, man. That's the second time I got 2 days in a row. Double tribute. Oh, gross. It wasn't as bad. Yesterday I got hit by tribute exile as well. But yeah, that's some big tempo plays, man. What time is it? Oh, shoot. Alright, let's try one more deck. We're gonna do Enforcer. I haven't seen this one yet. Another rush deck to end the day on. Yeah, that last deck is super grindy. It takes long games too. So this one, hopefully we can. Is a little bit more combo centric. So yeah, here's the dream right here. Actually, this is a pretty good opening hand. The goal is to use your Zizix in this compod to archive a bunch of untamed creatures. So you can do a big full moon, or I think there's a hunting witch plays. So Flaxia, Fuzzy Groon, full moon stuff. Just really nice big bursty turns. All we have to worry about is like Graft in this lineup, and our opponent control has. Yeah, so that's this deck. Tempo stuff to consider. Full Moon tempo card. Dust Pixie, lots of tempo. These guys are just going to actually are card advantage for the most part. A little bit of tempo, but for the most part just card advantage. We need to, this is a tempo card. So here we go. So hopefully we just call, unfortunately we don't have anything to back these guys up with, but or to use Compod, but we'll get some. I mean, I could just call Untamed on my next turn and gain a million amber. 3, 6, 7 amber. Or I can use Zizix to archive these two and build up an even better turn. Hopefully they don't have Dysania or trees. Rustnar, great. That's definitely not what I wanted to see. It's going to destroy my Compod. Okay, that's fine. Everything's Millhouse, man. What can I do about that? I really needed to hit a Mars card, and then I could have reaped with the Zizix and then used the Compod to ready the Zizix to fight. But I didn't get that lucky. So, wow, they are really against these Zizix. So I think I'm just gonna ignore. If they want to do that, they can, I guess. I think I'm just gonna go for a key here. Reaping once is definitely not worth my time. Not worth the turn. So we're just gonna play a sad turn for this deck. Well, this is almost pretty much what I hope for most of the time when I combo. But there we go. And now they have one for us to Nerf Blast with. So that's right. That was not too bad. We're going to probably go Shadows next turn. Compod for. We could play the Bolter to capture one, or sorry, the Marauder to capture one, and then Compod to Reap to archive Nadi or Nexus, maybe even. Nexus is probably the one I'd pick to archive. Mostly just because they don't have any artifacts yet. And I don't really want to give them. I have to give them a elusive creature no matter what to fight. For Rustnar to fight, so not a lot going on. Our Untamed is now spent for the most part. We need to start building up in the other houses. We have this backup copy, which I should. Mars sounds pretty good. So put up a backup copy on the Dust Pixie is probably the best thing to do here. So that seems like the line. Hopefully I might be able to build up a second Untamed turn like that. Not sure what's going on. see, Grasping Vines. Okay, cool. Unless they're not returning my compod. Oh, they did. So they didn't. They just want to reap, gain 2 amber. That's fine by me. I'll take it. What they did? They Grasping Vines and they reaped. What the hell? That's a. I wonder what's in their hand that they're holding on to. Yeah, we're gonna go Mars. And we don't need to do any compod nonsense. Capture 1, reap, archive. Yes, use its ability. Yes, archive Nexus. Play compod again. So if they want to, they're more than welcome to fight the Dust Pixie. I guess they could fight the Marauder. But I don't think they're going to go Untamed this turn. Just like we're not going to go Mars on our next turn. This deck is really just... well, this isn't actually... Unfortunately, I only have 1 creature here. Do have some good actions. This Vigor actually surprisingly hits a lot in this deck because these Zizix mostly get pretty big a lot of the time. Alright, so they chose Untamed again. They fought, they destroy. Sounds good to me. They didn't play any cards last time, so I don't imagine they're going to play any cards this time. Or they played just Grasping Vines last... Oh, they had 2 Grasping Vines. Okay. Regrowth to get back Molten. Okay, great. That's good timing for them. So maybe I go Untamed here, because I don't want to Nerve Blast and kill my Dust Pixie unnecessarily. No, thank you. So we're going to Reap. I think we'll... Oh yeah, we're going to Reap. I guess play this Full Moon for 1. We have a Hunting Witch still. Play this action, we'll return our creatures, and we'll return their creatures. Oh, I could have figured first. Didn't matter. My bad. I missed 2 amber there. And here we go. We're getting set up. Start all over again. But yeah, we've cleared their board. We've let ourselves have the ability to steal once again, which is important. We need to buy temp. We need to. The amber control is really good here. We only have a little bit of it. It's the 2 Nerve Blasts and the Relentless Whispers here, and I guess it's Grabber Jammer. So, and Dusk Runner, but whatever. That almost never hits. So that's the plan. We need to be very cautious of how much. Need to be very cautious of how much we're paying for amber and how often they get to forge. So they get to forge here no matter what. Don't really want to lights out their Eddy. Oh, they played Cutthroat Research. I don't think I have too many choices. I need to play cards. No, yes, I would like to take my archives. I will play this Nerve Blast and kill the Bibliophile. Unfortunately, play the Eddy. Or return the Eddy. Naughty. Nexus. Map. Cool. Alright, so I missed my compod. But we're just gonna try and I want to get greedy. I want to use Zizix to reap twice thanks to the Squawker to put back Fuzzy Groon and the Flaxia. And we could just play this turn right here. This is a huge boatload of amber. This is 6 more amber. 7 here. I guess if they could play the Eddy here, we'll forge for 8. Although that would be their entire turn because they just played Eddy, bibliophile and cutthroat, so they drew 3. They did archive 1. We are up ahead. We don't need to. We need to make sure all of our amber control hits. That's part of the problem. Part of what we have to do here. Or at least all of these steal effects have to hit. Yeah. Makes sense. I'm tempted to just trade Nexus here, steal 1, but then this doesn't hit anything. We have only a couple more untamed creatures to even draw into, so maybe it's not worth it with the Zizix. Well, the Zizix could fight and then Reap to archive 1. That might be a little bit more worth it in this case, just because this is a rush deck. It doesn't generate infinite amounts of amber. Ooh, they have 2 eddies? Nice, okay. So, we don't forge here, which is better for me. I really don't want to pay extra. They only have 2 eddies, okay. So we're gonna go Mars. We're gonna fight this eddy. We're gonna archive this Fuzzy Groon. We're going to... I guess we'll fight the second eddy. We'll archive this Flaxia. And they'll just, I guess, maybe the Flaxia gave them more information than I wanted them to have. By them knowing I have a Flaxia, they know that I need to want to keep a bigger board. So maybe that's not worth it in this case. Maybe I should have just archived the Hunting Witch, and there's not a lot they can do to play around me having a Hunting Witch. I just didn't want them to be able to guess how much amber I'm going to burst when it happens. Although I guess I'm at 10. If I forge for 6 here, I will have 4, and I don't really have to do anything after that. I could just play... I could just reap, or steal, reap, murder Bad Penny, steal 1. Yeah, I have a lot of options here. If I get to forge. So that's what I'm thinking about. What we care about. Anything we're looking for, none of these really do a whole lot right now. We're just so close to trying to push a key. We're on turn 6, or we're about to start turn... How does this work? Is it turn 5, turn 6? We're at turn 7, share a total of 7 turns in this game right now. If I understand. Turn 1, end of turn 1. Who went first? They ended their turn 1. I got a turn 1? I ended my turn 1. Okay, so we're about to start his turn 7, and I'll get my turn 7, which I'll forge my second key. And hopefully I'll try and forge my third key on turn 8, and this is pretty fast. Yeah, so that's part of tempo, right? Combo tempo, whatever you want to call it in this case. Just keep pushing the clock. We have a really fast clock. We can buy a turn or 2 if we need to with Relentless Whispers and Nerve Blast. I think there's a second Nerve Blast. Nerve Blast, Whispers, plus Nerve Blast number 2. And worst case scenario, we have things like Grabber Jammer to buy us just a little bit more time. Alright, Harbinger of Doom and Furnace. Oh, there you go. Fortunately, my Dust Pixie is not in the discard pile. And neither is my Fuzzy Groon. So, we've got that going for us. So we'll go down to 8. We'll still have +2. So we only need 4 more on our next turn. We just have 4 more sitting right here. So we'll go up 6 if we just go untamed and do nothing else. So we should be doing pretty good. They got rid of Treasure Map and Vigor, which makes sense, although these feel like more important cards. These are more important cards in this deck, and this one is probably a little bit more important with pips on them. If they wanted to get rid of other stuff, Compod full moons are big, but this deck is not going to cycle. Oh, there you go. How'd they get that back? Didn't I kill 2 eddies? Oh, exhume. Okay, there we go. Okay, infinite eddies. I can deal with infinite eddies. How do I want to deal with infinite eddies? That's an important question. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the answer is I could Nexus fight Whispers steal, or sorry, Nexus fight Dusk Runner on here, Reap to steal 1 and gain 1, Whispers this, clear the board, discard Bad Penny, Subtle Maul, pulls me through my deck farther, gets rid of the Eddy, clears their board. I don't really care about a board. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I guess I could play the Bad Penny just to have more creatures on the board to make the Flaxia hit more likely to happen. I don't think that's necessary. They might have a lot of creatures. Maybe that's their plan. They saw like I said, maybe it was a mistake to show them the Flaxia. Maybe this was them trying to minimize the Flaxia. Area Shadows. No, thank you. We would like to keep the cards in our hand. Put the Dusk Runner here. Reap to steal 1 and gain 1. Fight here. Cancel. Hold on. Always kill Bad Penny as many times as possible. There we go. Cool. I'm only playing Bad Penny here in this case because I want to increase the odds of me being able to hit the Flaxia trigger, where you get 2 extra amber if you control more creatures than your opponent. I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures on my next turn. It's very likely that's going to happen. The Bad Penny does help a little bit. They could, who knows how many creatures are in their archive, they could just play 6 creatures or 7 creatures on this next turn. So just trying to hedge a little bit. If they do that, though, if they play a lot of creatures and pull me off check, I'm pretty sure I just go Battle Fleet and just play this big Mars turn and draw into an even bigger Untamed turn going forward. Molfin. Alright, so they didn't pull their archive, so probably just gonna... We don't even have to burst up a whole bunch of amber. Although they don't have anything that... Oh. That's a thing. If they have... What could they have? This is a problem for our game plan to play a lot of creatures. That's not bad. So we could definitely... Nature's Call. Interesting. I mean, yeah, they can Nature's Call the Bad Penny. That's fine by me. It does... it's not going to hurt too much because this Battle Fleet's going to undo... It's going to basically not care about the Bad Penny. They make us have to replay the Bad Penny, but we're just going to discard it. So definitely Mars here because we don't want to give them outs to, like, say, Key Charge or something. If we play too many creatures, they could Forge, then do something and then Key Charge. We're going to go Mars. Take hands? No. We're going to play this Battle Fleet, though. We're going to show them 3 cards. We didn't draw any Mars cards. That's probably for the best. Cancel. So they gain 2 amber here, but we are increasing their key cost by 1, so it's kind of neutral-ish. We're at 8. We don't actually have to play all of our creatures, and we could just fight this Delega now if we need to. Before we go with our Untamed turn. They did a good job here. So they definitely bought themselves some turns if we have. If the game goes longer, they're definitely buying turns. If they have answers for me, they did a good job buying turns. This Delega is buying them a lot of time. Mostly because I'm scared of keycharge stuff. I didn't look at their deck list. If we did that, then we would know we wouldn't have to be scared of it. If we look over here, I can pull it up real quick. So one day probably soon I'll go talk about this website, Decks of Keyforge. But if we look over here, there is a key chart, so we do have to worry about that plan. That might be what they're going for. So Infernus pulls this down to 8. You could have another Exhume. Now, what? They purge probably these 2 cards, just because there's... I like this one. I like getting rid of this one, because it does draw us a lot of cards. Yeah. And yeah, it looks like they agree with me. But they need to do something else. They need another Infernus. Or an Exhume. Not Finished With You is not quite good enough. It will let him put the Eddies back into their deck. They put back Harbinger of Doom, Eddie, Bibliophile, Eddie. Cool. GG. It is now 10 o'clock. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Let's go find someone to raid, and we'll do that. Who's online right now? We've got... Really? Let me see if I can find someone. If you guys have any recommendations, I'm happy to hear them. Looks like I don't have... Keyforge is just me. Other options, what I'm thinking about, we've got Privateer Press. They're a board gamey art kind of wargamer people. Right now, I don't know what they're up to. That's who I've got. And some Magic streamers. Pretty much my whole life is card games and board games. So let's go to Privateer Press. Or I don't know, what do you guys want? Anyone? Card games or art? Anyone have an opinion? We would do Going Optimal. I like Going Optimal. They're good guys. Actually, yeah, we should do Going Optimal. So Going Optimal is a Magic the Gathering stream, or the guy who behind it is trying to figure out the best way possible to minimize your investment in Magic the Online Arena. So if you're interested in that, like the going infinite thing, that's the term. So there's a Magic term called Going Optimal. It means, going infinite, which means you go play your LGS or wherever, and you use all your prize. You win enough prize money every week or week to week on average to just funnel it back into playing again for free, or essentially. So you can infinitely play with your investment. Generally, it's considered not possible. You have to have such a high skill level at the game, and it's still like you're still like playing poker or whatever. There's still the odds aren't necessarily in your favor to be able to do it. So that's why he's called Going Optimal. It's about doing your best and maximizing all of your time investment and all your in-game currencies to play as much Magic as you can for the lowest cost. One of my early articles that I wrote, I stole one of his spreadsheets to try and find how much to maximize your Amber Shards that you got per Chainbound event. Was basically taken off of him. So I like him a lot. He also did give Keyforge a shout out on a Magic podcast. So fan of Keyforge, at least at the time. So we're gonna send him some love. Yeah, thank you guys. I will see you later. Read now.